So when we're talking about building your group, we're talking about building your group to sell. Initially, when people come into the business, they come in to make money, either extra cash or lots of cash, regardless, but we have to make money. With all network marketing or good network marketing businesses, there has to be a product. We're lucky we've got 2,000, so therefore what we want to do is move that product. When we started, there was just catalogues, and we did do a lot. We didn't do as many people do now. However, we did a lot of catalogues to find out who was going to buy. When you're online, we're using our groups to post products onto our Facebook group to attract people to those groups so that they will ultimately buy from us. However, the trick is to know which products to put on. How do you get around it? Just like the catalogues, put plenty of products on and a variety of products. The people who are interested will then join, and then you'll have a cross section of those people on your group. I would suggest it's not a good idea to concentrate on a particular area of product, because you're then only going to attract that type of person to your group, and you're wanting a cross section. That's my thoughts. I have to say before I move on though, we did 1,600 points this period. We are not large retailers. We did that on 220 catalogues in a 4-week period and got 1,600 points. So do be aware, the catalogues work. So, to sell those products online, you want to set up your own local selling group. When I say local, we only have maybe 6 other groups that we would consider local. And even then, we're talking about a 15-mile to 20-mile radius in that locality. So, many people will be in the same situation as us. You just spread your net. You can be as local as circumstances dictate. When we talk about joining just 5 groups a day, this is because Facebook primarily was set up for their benefit, not ours. Our benefit was that we could contact people who weren't immediately, or we wouldn't normally be in daily contact with. However, we're using it for our benefit, so Facebook will police the activity that is on their social media by restricting us in certain areas, which is why we say join 5 groups a day. That's for our benefit, so that we don't maybe get security checks, or they don't see activity which is not usual to the usage we've had in the past. Liking comments on groups, on posts before advertising. Naturally, have a look through your own group, and you might want to like some of the comments that are already there, like some of the YouTube videos that are already there, or maybe if you see something pretty on one of the groups that you're intending advertising in, have a degree of activity. It makes sense. And I know they say that common sense isn't common, but I'm sure that we'll all get into the way of things. On our own selling groups, we should promote 3 to 4 products every day, different products at different times of the day. Don't take those posts and do them all at the one time. Spread them out, because you will get either a flurry of likes or a flurry of comments on your own on your own page, and you want to be able to respond to those. Facebook, unfortunately, has the focus of an at. It's done instantly, and you want to respond to that instant comment as well, because usually an hour later, what interests you just now doesn't interest the majority of people an hour later, unfortunately. And spread the range of products, as I said earlier. That way, you're putting an attraction into the people who are already in your group, and you can then use those products that you're posting on your own group. You can then post those on the external groups that you're going to use throughout the day as well. I use build up to posting 2 to 3 products in 50 local selling groups daily. Again, I wouldn't use local, but I would use selling groups. The 2 to 3 products I tend to use, again, to maybe not get unwanted notice on Facebook. Those products I post on our own group, I use them on a variety of groups throughout the day. So maybe 20 groups, I will do one product, then another 20 and another 20. And we're lucky, we've got lots of products, so therefore there is nothing to say how we can limit ourselves. And
just an example.
For example here, yeah, I mean, to find the groups. Now, people at first are a wee bit bemused about how do we find the groups. Well, at first all I did was put in BA and then maybe buy, and loads of things came up, or A and sell, A and free, A and anything, and you get loads of groups coming up, and that way you can work through your alphabet. It's nice and simple. Once you've maybe kind of exhausted, okay, I get fed up with that, use wee villages round about. So there's loads of ways that you can find lots of groups. It is quite simple once you get into the way of it. And here we've used the West Lothian because Lynn put this together. And again, all the West Lothian groups come up. And it's very simple to just go through them and put in join. Even the ones with fewer people in it, it's worthwhile going in and joining, because often it's a new group that has evolved from an older group that's gone kind of dead for whatever reason. With the dead groups, and once you're a wee bit more experienced, then perhaps you want to go in and send a message to the last admin and see if they maybe want some help. So in the morning you want to post the products on your own group, and then, as it says here, all you're going to do is copy and paste your wording. If you want to use the same product for more than 20 groups, take the time to go back in, give it a different border and use different wording on your advert, and that way you're taking away the similarity if you want to stick to more than 20 groups or whatever. And it's just uploading your edited image, which you've done already. 30 minutes at a time. On the actual posting, I would agree. What I often do though is post so many, go back, if there's notifications or likes or comments in previous groups, I respond to them, because again, the person's focused on that at that time, so therefore if you respond to it, you might get another comment, they might come in and join your group, you're getting your group information up, and it moves your product back up to that page. And you can do it at any time of the day. If Jim is doing something, I might do something back at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I wouldn't put catalogues out at the back of 7 in the morning.
No, my dog's barking.
So building your own group, this is probably the most difficult thing, not the building the group, but deciding which product you're going to post. Well, guess what? You don't know which product. No one knows which product to post. Just post them.
Mm-hmm.
Post them. Maybe we've got far too many. Choice is a dreadful thing. It's a wonderful thing, it's a dreadful thing. So I go on to the browse your products onto cleaneasy.co.uk, log in as same as usual, as though I was going to order processing, and then go on to browse products. It's good because, in my experience, the stock checker is accurate. I have not found it not to be accurate. And if you want different products, the first 3 digits put in the search product range will then give you photographs for that range. I'm not specific with my search product bar, because then I get products coming up that if I like the photograph, I might choose to post a product that I wouldn't even have thought of. So there's lots of ways to do it, and everybody will use different ways and get the same result. And you can get the products at KLife and cleaneasy.com, but it works very well. Make it personal to you. Lynn uses PicMonkey. I use iPicky, but they've got the same thing. They achieve the same ends. I couldn't remember the name of that, but iPicky I could. Why do you use it? There you go. It's exactly the same result, and you keep using the same one, because then you become familiar with it and you can teach it on. And all you want to do is upload your photograph. There you are. There's all your
Frame.
toolbar. Frames, yes. And not everybody uses this, but in the photographs, I use the paintbrush. And rightly or wrongly, I decided that to change a photograph, it's perhaps not sufficient to edit it, because, let's face it, you go on, you put a frame round it, a nice basic frame, it comes up at 20 for the width, and it puts it on. Now, if we all take the same photograph and put the same frame on it, surely, somewhere along the line, it's going to be the same photograph again. However, if you wish, and it does take a wee bit longer, but not terribly much so, go into your paintbrush, move it to 5, which is the size of the paintbrush, move it to a background colour that's similar to a background colour, and you can put 5 wee dots in it, or 3 wee dots, something. It changes the pixels of the photograph, and then you do have one that's different. Put your frame round it, a basic frame, keep it simple, nice and simple, a basic frame round it, so that it's then ready for you. And here, a nice simple edge, apply it, and then save it. Again, because of perhaps my age, and to assure me that I have got the right photograph for uploading, because I have uploaded the wrong photograph, the one before the edge, I put a B after my border.
You can actually just replace the existing file if you use the same name you've originally saved it.
I can do, but mine didn't do that initially. I possibly pressed the wrong button. So now I put a B after the description, and I know it's got a border. And posting the products, use the start discussion. Don't use the sell button, because then it lumps all of you. Anything you've got on that page, it puts it brings up all of the products. There's nothing wrong with this in many ways, insofar as that lets anyone who's looking at your products, it lets them see the other products that you perhaps posted. However, it may alert an admin who says no business posts to the fact that they can't all be coming from your house. So it maybe takes away the opportunity of posting or continuing to post on a page that you are maybe getting good results from. So the start discussion doesn't give you that lumping together. It maybe is a wee bit quicker as well. However, to do the start discussion,
No,
And here's your description. So what you're going to do here is put your description in first of all. I love this stunning pansette. Again, when I was loading one of the bedding sites, I had to be very careful because I put who, or more appropriately, do you want to sleep with tonight? And it was the butterflies. Now let's face it, it's funny. And it was my son-in-law that said, better be careful with that, Jane. And I thought, you're right. But, you know, make it a wee bit funnier because then it's an individual posting it. And it gets a wee bit of discussion. Careful with the discussion. But it does get that wee bit of interaction. And again, you're getting likes on it. It's giving you people that you're going to go back to. And, you know, whereas you don't want a wee product description, though. Don't make it too involved. It also takes up, and working as an admin on an external group now, I did get a post that was nearly a page. It would have taken up the full page of my PC. And I thought, no, I'm deleting that. It was a business. So keep it short, keep it simple, and be aware that not everybody, you know, it's... And there you are. You click on your product photograph, it takes you onto your pictures file, you double click on that, it loads your picture and click post. It comes up often and says, do you want to make it a selling post? No, just click post and post it and on it goes. So you're looking 12 to 20 products on a new group before you start adding your friends. Because then your friends aren't looking at a blank page. And again, we're reiterating 4 different products. I try to do 5 on my own page every day. Here's some tips. Keep an eye on your message section. You do ask them. I ask them for a personal message in the ad for information or to buy. At first I was putting order and I felt that maybe spat too much of business, so I put to buy, which is what it's there for. You want to like a customer's comment and then go back to them. I message them, but I tell them I've messaged them so that they know to have a look in their message box. Although with the recent changes with Facebook, not everyone seems to be getting the messages, and I only discovered that after having responded to one of my catalogue customers, and she told me last night when I delivered her product that she hadn't got my message. I said, I'll send you a friend request, so I could get feedback from that, but you don't always get the feedback. They maybe just think you've ignored them. Respond to the comment and chat. Be professional, but not overly so. Remember, it's a different media. I don't always get their address, but initially, until you maybe gain a wee bit of help or a wee bit of familiarity with the system, get a phone number so that you contact them. However, if it's being paid for at a distance, you don't need all of that information. If I was delivering the product, obviously, yes, you are going to get an address and a phone number so that you can let them know when the order is going to be available, so that they know that they need to have the money if you're hand delivering this. And always invite to your group. Every like should be invite to your group. I do write an order form out, whether it's a clean, easy order, whether it's one that you've put together yourself, entirely up to you. However, write the order out because we lose them. And if they're in your own group, then when you message them, you then have, it's better than trying to message somebody in a private message, have them in your group, and then you can contact them, confirm availability, and it's ready for delivery. And give them a catalogue. Let them have the catalogue, because my catalogue customer was responding to a product that's in the catalogue, but we don't always see everything that's in the catalogue. Whereas if you're doing one product at a time, it's much more apparent. Keep an eye on, this is to show you to keep an eye on the notifications that come up. And I check them every 2 or 3 posts. It's coming up anyway. I check them so I can go back through and respond to them before they're too old. There you are. Now that gets the new people started selling on Facebook, and there's lots more information, but to get started, then the questions will come from there.
Thank you very much, Jane.